When's the last time you saw something this big? For me, it's been about 30 minutes. This! Sorry, I'm not used to handling something so large. This is a Cooler Master Trooper. And it's not just any Cooler Master Trooper. It's exactly, I don't know which model it is, actually. It's not my computer. It's Lupe's computer. That's right, Lupe's personal PC has finally arrived in the shop, and you'll never guess what we're gonna be doing with it today. There's no way you'll guess. So Lupe got this case back in 2019. Unfortunately, it hasn't aged very well. Now, do you see this rubber? This is that infamous sticky rubber. I think it's like polyurethane or something like that. Gets all sticky after a while. It was really common on a ton of plastics or rubbers on the early 2000s. Like the Beats headphones would get it, Maseratis would get it, Ferraris would get Lambos. Anything that used this type of coated rubber would get this stupid sticky thing. We did try to resolve that at one point, and this took us about 6 hours to do. So then we said, you know what? We're not gonna do this anymore. And by we, I mean Lupe. Lupe did all that, I just watched. And we previously worked on this, recently I should say, because the USB port was shorting out. You can see it right there. All the pins were short and all that stuff. Because Lupe lets his nephews and nieces use the computer, and you know what happens when kids use computers. It gets a little crazy. And last time I was here, I said, sweet Lord, we need to give Lupe another case. Because this is even worse than mine. I already made a video on that one. You know how bad mine was. His being worse is saying a lot. So the good people at HYTE said, you know what? Here's not one case, here's 2 cases. So now me and Lupe can be matching.
His and hers.
So today we will be conducting organ transplants and taking out everything that's in here and putting it into one of those guys. So Lupe can finally have a case that's deserving of his love. Because Lupe loves, just period, just Lupe loves. That's it.
You fill in the blank.
Now it's funny because you thought I had a sleeper PC, but Lupe's PC is actually better than mine. 4090 Founders Edition. Immediately blessed with goodness. So I guess the first thing we should do is admire some of the work here. So we have this fan connector that actually didn't fit, and we built this together. Now I'd love to blame this on somebody else, but we built this.
We made it work.
We made it work.
It was going to work.
It wasn't leaving that shop unless it was working. And it worked. It's been like 3 years or something like that, and it's worked. So the problem was that these are 3-pin fan connectors, and the fans we had at the store were 4-pin. So you know what? Just snap it off. 3 pins is enough.
That's it.
It's been working ever since.
Never caused any fire.
No. Well, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
All of the fans came used from like computers that we gathered over the years. So it's this smorgasbord of all sorts of crazy random stuff. PSU 1000 watt Corsair RM1000X. We have a Thermalright Peerless Assassin, 32 gigabytes of G-Skill DDR4. Lupe uses this to play 4K
Sid Meier's Pirates.
Sid Meier's Pirates. That's a cute word for porn. Before we do anything, I love this case. I really miss these early 2000s cases because they had like...
They had character.
They had character, that's the word I'm trying to think of. They had character. The big, obnoxious power button, the reset button, the eSATA, you remember that? That never caught on. Yeah, this thing was cool. It's awesome. It has the handle for LAN parties. Lupe loves a good love handle.
Hell yeah.
So that's why he got this. Dude, when you have sticky rubber in an old house, you have no idea how fast this thing will get sticky. It's insane. Now, transferring everything from here might not be very easy, but you know what is easy? Building a website with Squarespace. Squarespace has tons of web page tools to help with your needs and all these awesome page templates to match your style. Speaking of style, my consultation website in the making is powered by Squarespace. I built it in 5 minutes using their new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. I chose from professionally curated layout and styling options to build a unique online presence from the ground up. It can be tailored to your brand or business and optimized for every device. Plus, you can launch your website and get discovered fast with integrated optimized SEO tools, so you show up more often to more people and grow the way you want. They also have flexible payment options and make checkout seamless for your customers with simple but powerful payment tools. You can take credit cards, PayPal, and Apple Pay, and in some countries, offer customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. Head to squarespace.com/SalemTechSperts to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code in the description box below. Shout out to Squarespace for making platforms for people's passions no matter how crazy they are. Now, first things first, we need to clear this table off before we start any transplanting. God, dude. How heavy do you think that is?
Oh, like 15 pounds.
15 pounds. I say like 69 pounds. I have a scale somewhere. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Oh, that's not it, but I forgot I had this. Oh, nope, he's for later. Ah, here it is. Let's weigh this baby. Oh, lift with your back, not with your knees.
About 45 pounds.
45 pounds.
Yep.
Would I say 69?
69. So
And
I
you
think
said
I
15. What do you mean you won?
Yeah, because you went over, so people that are under.
The number closest to this isn't Price is Right, my dude.
The price is right for me, man.
The price is wrong for you because you owe me $100. I like these big cases, these big old cases, because they're easy to take apart. Unfortunately, the new HYTE cases don't have 5-inch drives for like DVDs. Is it 5.5-inch drives? Whatever, I'm not a size queen. I accept all sizes. So we can transfer his DVD drive, but he doesn't even use it anymore. So that DVD drive is gonna go to my dad. And for the HYTE cases, we're actually going to be swapping some colors. Me and Lupe enjoy wife swap. We said, you know what, we might as well just swap some colors and make it red and black, black and red. It would be cool. So you may have noticed we ripped out 2 air purifiers. I'm not trying to make fun of HYTE because it kind of looks like an air purifier. This is genuinely so dusty that it was starting to make us cough, so we had to rip out 2 air purifiers. I really do like that HYTE tries different stuff, that they're not just one of these case makers that are just like spewing out whatever's gonna make them money. And they're probably the only case manufacturer right now, except for Lee & Lee. I like Lee & Lee as well. That is like up to my standard of aesthetics without just throwing RGB at everything and calling it a day. Again, shout out to HYTE. They did give us these cases. They gave us the fans and stuff. This video isn't like sponsored by them. They didn't pay me for any of this stuff. I reached out to them and was like, hey dude, like let's work together. I really like your cases, so here they are. And if they suck, I'm gonna tell you they suck. Spoiler, it doesn't suck. In fact, the airflow is really good. The temps are gonna be way better than they are in this thing. Ooh, peep these cobwebs. Look at these beautiful spider webs. This is natural gooch. This is not man-made gooch. Let's just start by disconnecting the GPU. Rest in peace to some spider, they'll never know their home. And GPU, let's see if I can get the GPU out. Oh, I didn't get the lock all the way. Oh, darn it. See, that's why I carry toothbrushes everywhere I go. Aha, I got it. Oh, here we are. That beautiful Founders Edition 4090. 4090 is successfully out. I just want to go over some stuff real quick for you guys, just so you understand what this computer was built for. So we have an intake fan over here. I know it's hard to see with my beautiful iPhone. Shout out to Tim Cook. So there's a intake fan right there. There's an intake fan right here. The idea was that the CPU gets cold air from both ways, and then exhaust right here, exhaust right here. The side fan down there, intake fan, I believe. So that was the idea when we built this. And his temps, I think, were pretty good. Do you remember?
Yeah, they were pretty solid.
They were decent, right? Okay, so we never had temp issues on this thing, which is nice. We have 2 SATA. Oh wow, that's Jesus, Lupe. That's not
super tight.
That's very tight. That's like you probably broke these ports tight. Oh Lord. USB 3. I don't know if you can see that. Ain't looking too hot. It probably wasn't even working. We have all our fans here, which we're gonna toss all these fans. I shouldn't say toss, we're gonna keep this case. Disconnect this guy. So, hey, everybody out there, Lupe bought this to turn his VHS tapes into digital copies, but he can't get it to work. So here's the info. He cannot get it to work. Apparently it just doesn't see.
Yeah, it's like FireWire adapter to convert analog to digital fast, I guess. But yeah, couldn't get it to work. So anyone has any information, write down in the comments.
Now I know we didn't screw these in. Hand tight, baby. That's all you need. How's our cable management from the back look, Lupe? I can't see it
not
yet.
Bad, dude.
8 terabyte. Barracuda Pro. Oh, nice. They're pop-out rivets. Oh, I love ones like this, dude.
Yes.
Love those. Look at that. Now, remember, if you get caught on something when you're doing this, like if your cable won't come out, just tug harder. There we go. All the PSU cables have been freed up. You kept the sticker on here, Lupe.
Oh.
Look at that. Kept the sticker.
You know that's actually a pre-used, pre-owned power supply?
Was it?
Yeah, from Micro Center. It was $48.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna disconnect these fans just to make it easier for me right now to move the motherboard. Perfect, now we just unscrew and this thing's just gonna unscrew and this thing's gonna come right out. All the screws are out. I made sure 4 times because I missed 4 of them. But we don't talk about that. I probably should have disconnected the Wi-Fi antennas. I'll do that when I install it. We're gonna take out this DVD drive. Gonna go to my Pops.
Daddy Dave.
Wow, yeah, that's a dusty boy. That's a dusty boy. Get out of here. Salute. Thank you for all your service. Now, before we transfer the motherboard to one of these beautifully shiny cases, we want to clean off the gooch that's developed over the past year, 3 years. We are not going to repaste it because we put PTM 7950 on here 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, and PTM 7950 does not need to be changed for a very, very long time. Lupe's temps are perfect, so we don't need to replace the paste. Now, instead of taking the whole motherboard out there with us to dust it out, I'm gonna see if I can just take the fans, because the heatsink I don't think is gonna be too bad. Okay, so we're gonna take the fans and the heatsink out here. So the whole motherboard is coming out. All right, we'll put these back and then we're gonna get started on this guy. Oh, the GPU. Damn it! We're gonna go clean the GPU.
5 minutes later.
The moment everybody's been waiting for, the HYTE X50. Ta-da! To make things even more complicated, we're not just gonna use the color as it is. We're gonna swap them. Red and black are the colors of Salem Texperts. Do you see how easy that was, Lupe? Did you see how easy that was? You know why? Magnets. First of all, this is insane engineering that they were even able to pull this off. I watched the video on how much time it took to manufacture this. Gamers Nexus did that video. It's a super interesting video if you like to know how things work. So I recommend everybody to check that out. So the idea is that we'd do Salem Texperts colors. So Lupe's gonna take the black one, I'm gonna take the red one. For no specific reason. So you stop right there. We're all inclusive here at Salem Texperts. We're just gonna keep the frame black, and the problem that we're running into, we don't know whether we want to put the red fans or the black fans in here. This apparently is very strong. You can throw a bowling ball at it. I don't recommend it, but you can. So how will this look? It's difficult to visualize it. And then the back case right here. So how does this look? What do we think about this?
Put the panels on here. We'll see it right here.
Okay. Did I get it first try?
Yes.
Ouch! Fuck, that's the only drawback. Yeah, it's easy to pinch yourself if you're an idiot. I shoved my finger in there.
The greatest technician that's ever lived.
Yeah, I think the black fans in here would actually look okay.
Yeah, I think it would go.
Yeah, sweet. All right, cool, man. But wait, there's more. Huh? Look what we just found out. You can take the feet off, so we can swap the feet too.
Heck yeah.
That looks cool as hell, man. That is cool as hell. Shout out to HYTE. That is
Get that Kira style PC, you know what I'm saying?
that is fresh as hell. Also, you see what I'm doing here? And you see how I'm not getting cut? Yeah, you know those cheap ass cases? We've dealt with them our entire career, where if you did this, you're just slicing yourself.
Yes.
So that's nice to see. The quality is very nice. My computer is gonna be transferred into this case. It looks like this came with some hardware, and they have some cable management Velcro zippity doodads. This is genius. So in that little box they give you, you have all the zip ties.
Wow.
Yep, so already love it. But the only thing I care about right now, 3.5-inch hard drive
Oh,
screws.
it's properly labeled.
I found out how they mount this. This is genius, right? I was like, how the hell do you mount the HDD in here? It mounts like that. There's enough space in here where you can still put the cover on and have your hard drive.
Look at that.
And you can put two 2.5-inch SSDs in there on top of each other.
Genius.
But with enough space, they won't heat each other too much. This is an IDE HDD from 1990, this is 2000. So these holes line up, no problem, but these holes do not. They're spaced differently, as you can see here. The holes are spaced differently.
Yeah,
See?
so they should actually look into that.
They should. All they need to do is just drill another hole right here, and then another hole right there.
That probably got overlooked.
Probably people aren't using server HDDs like idiots in their, you know,
Don't believe it was
computers.
cheap.
Hard drive is mounted. I might be silly here. It's mounted and it's not moving at all whatsoever. There's no play. So maybe that was a purposeful decision and you don't need all 4 screws. I just figured HDD, you want to minimize any amount of vibration or anything. So you want it mounted in all 4 screws. However, maybe that's what their reasoning was. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, super friggin' awesome design. Very interesting design. I love how they save space by doing that. This is a MSI Mag B660 Tomahawk Wi-Fi DDR4.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, isn't it?
That's what she said.
Now Lupe. They have everything labeled. So
Wow.
right now it's labeled, I believe it's ATX, which is what this motherboard is. So we're gonna keep these mounts exactly where they are. So Lupe was like, hey, your case would look really nice if you had the black accent on the bottom, since you already have the black glass and the black feet. And I said, huh, that'd be interesting. I wonder if this thing comes out. And by thing, this frame, which as you can tell, comes out. So we are going to remove this frame and swap them so that I am gonna have the black frame in here to match the outside glass with the red trim on the metal, and Lupe is gonna have the red frame inside with the red glass.
You know, I like to be stylish.
Yes,
I
same.
like to look good and smell good.
Billy style. You smell delicious right now. All right, now how do we get this out? I just don't want to break it. It feels like it requires force. I'm just kind of not willing to give it. There.
Who said that we're not repair shop? I am the repair shop.
I am the repair. I'm not wearing the shirt. I am the repair shop.
I am the repair shop.
All right, both panels are out. Try to put it back in. Hopefully it goes in easier than it came out. It takes a lot of force. This plastic is super strong. There we go. It gets stuck on a screw there. So here we go. Now both of them are doing this. It's coming out right there. I'm not sure why, but as long as the screws line up.
Yeah, I think it would be solid and you torque it down.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that matters. You know what's unfortunate? And this isn't a dig at framework, but I do feel like this is what the framework desktop should have been.
The what?
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Look at this.
Yeah, man.
This is nice. So you can see the black accent inside right there. I feel like this is the only way I'd get RGB.
See, now we're talking.
Yeah, because I think RGB would match this aesthetic. Low red glow, pulsing red, something like that, dude. This thing looks sick, man. This thing's sick. The red will look probably just as good in this thing too.
It'll set the mood for all the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna pink.
Yeah.
Pink. It did come out okay, even though it was bendy as you see here. I had to push on some of the mounts a little bit, but it's sturdy. So that's all that needs to be done. I really hope HYTE decides to allow customizable frame swapping and shit. Because I mean, dude, this is sick. This is sick. You know what's funny? When we started this video, I had no idea we were gonna fall into this rabbit hole of trying to customize these things, but every single, like 5 minutes, we discover something even better. These rubbers come out. Look at that. You're adding some black accents on this baby, and we're gonna do the same for the side one. The side one has some adhesive on it, but it looks like if we remove it gently enough, we can reuse the adhesive so we don't have to actually like re-glue it. It's always nice to have these tiny hands. I'm sure my wife would prefer them to be a little larger, but you know. That's why I got Lupe, exactly. Jesus Christ. I think it's cool to have the accents because your options are limited on the internals, and I think it creates a nice balance of the black and the red. That looks so much better.
100%.
Yep, and now the tough...
Oh, it's not even here.
Yeah, the problem is I already installed the motherboard before we realized that we could do that, so now... Yeah, it's gonna be a tough angle for poor Lupe to see, but the little ridges here are gonna be easier to get in if I do it from this end. See? See all these?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it from this end.
Looks like a mouth, like a gadget that I have at my house.
Lupe found a legitimate, like it had to be thousands of dollars, doll. Yeah. Like an anatomically correct doll in the dumpster and sent us the photo. All right, look at that. Even with a motherboard in, you can put that thing in if you have tiny raccoon-like fingers.
Boom.
So now it's time for these ones. This one's gonna be a little harder, like I said, only because it does have adhesive right here. So I'm gonna try my best not to just rip it. So obviously they didn't expect you to take this one off. Another concern is how this is gonna age, you know, with heat and stuff. They might start peeling off of this adhesive. But if that time comes, then we'll just deal with it. Come
look
on.
at that.
Come on.
Look at that.
So the adhesive did re-stick. Again, I don't know how it's gonna appear, in the summertime when it starts to get hot, if it'll start to peel or whatever. If that happens, we can just slap some double-sided tape on there. But damn, that looks nice, man. It provides a nice break inside the case from the red and the black, because this was all just red. So adding this and the rubber, it makes a nice balance. Motherboard's in, we have the rubbers in this one. This is what this one looks like.
Bam.
Right there, you like that?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do one intake fan right here because the GPU intake fan right there, it's gonna be sitting just like that, right directly into here. And then obviously GPU exhaust fan. CPU's pushing out this way. So intake right here, exhaust right here. Power supply is going to be a natural exhaust. That's going to be a sketchy part. I don't know how I feel about the power supply being up here and just sucking all the hot air from the entire computer in there. And then we're going to have 3 intake fans here, 3 intake fans here. So the idea is to push more air into the case than we have exhaust to create positive air pressure. This is the problem with these damn video cards. So we don't have the neat adapter for the 4090. So this is what we're working with right now. It just ruins the whole look of it. This is for the HDD that we have not installed yet. That's gonna go in right here. We did as best we could in the time that we had to wire manage all the rest of this stuff, but it's fine because the front is what matters. It looks good. I like it. I think this looks cool. Unfortunately, this damn 4090 is gonna ruin everything because that fat ass cable is gonna just all over this beautiful build. Listen, this is kind of the thing about building a computer. Usually when we build computers for ourselves, we just toss it together. We don't care what it looks like or anything. But the problem with this one is it's so nice. We didn't want to do that.
Yes.
So we actually had to spend time cable managing it and
taking our time on this one.
yeah, taking our sweet time. We want to make sure this thing is going to be nice aesthetically and functionally.
Just like this house mix I'm gonna release.
Oh, dude, it's so good. After building this, there's a lot of things that we realized we need to get. Both of us, we need to get. So I do have the adapter at my house for the 4090 that makes it, there's a 90 degrees, so it's not as ugly and requires, you know, the power of a nuclear power plant to get through. And like RGB, we want some like neon, just a glow thing. I don't want it flashing diarrhea, but I would like some.
Make it look nice.
Yeah, we did as best as we could. This is as much slack as we're gonna get, which I hate, because you don't want to bend these. That's how a lot of these friggin' fried and burn people's house down.
Oh my god.
Did you see the do you see the friggin' dust just come up? That's how you know it's a successful connection when the dust just plops up. Generally, the FE doesn't have too much of a sag problem, but you can kind of see it's sagging just a little right here. So we'll print out the thing afterwards. But right now, we just want to test it to make sure it actually boots up. That was the final step, minus the hard drive, which we'll just slap in there now. 8 terabyte HDD's nuts, perfectly installed. We're getting closer and closer, Lupe. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're gonna put on our panel. Don't worry about the wire management.
No one's ever gonna see that.
No one's ever gonna see that. I asked on Instagram last night what you guys thought about the color combination, and I couldn't believe it. It was overwhelmingly yes. They want to keep it as it looks now with the black fans and the red. Somebody mentioned doing like a checkerboard pattern, switching this up to red, red, black.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Clean out the dust out of here. This thing was here for how many hours, and look how dusty it is. It's crazy. This place is.
Nasty.
They make t-shirts downstairs, so it gets pretty dusty. Does it turn on?
We got lights.
13600K, I mistakenly referred to this as a 12th gen. You actually had the 13th gen 13600K. And that was the whole thing. People were telling you should have gotten the 13700K, the i7.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, we gotta update your BIOS.
Oh lord.
Oh! Hold up, you have 64 gigs, my dude.
Do I?
Lupe has 64 gigs of RAM.
I don't even know what that means.
Wow, you have a lot of RAM. Damn it, we went all out on this thing.
Should have been 69.
Now, our XMP profile is already here, but it's not enabled, so now we just enabled it, right? Yes. Yes, now it's enabled. Oh, we do want to adjust the fan curve. I'm sorry. We do want to adjust the fan curve in here because I think we have everything super aggressive, but we don't need to now. 10 minutes after our temp test, and we're around 80, 90 degrees Celsius, which is actually cooler than it was in that case. Now, keep in mind, this is an air-cooled i5 13600K. And I'm gonna throw this in here. I got asked a lot on Instagram, why do you use an air cooler instead of an AIO? The thing is, when you're in this industry for so long and you're dealing with broken AIOs all the time, you want to get something with the least likely amount of failure. You want to get the most reliable parts. And an air cooler is the most reliable part you can get. It has a fan and another fan, and that's it. No pumps, nothing else to worry about. It does get kind of dusty. You have to make sure to upkeep it. However, an AIO gets way dustier, much dustier than these do. So an AIO requires more maintenance than this does. With that said, I absolutely understand why you would want an AIO with this thing. Because to have like a nice little red glow right here with a neat radiator right there, all red or how we have it there, I absolutely get that. Aesthetically, AIO, I get it. However, trauma. That's what this is, isn't that right, Lupe?
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'm not even kidding. It's 69 degrees in this place right now. So 69-degree ambient temperature with this setup. The fans are can barely hear them. Temperatures are good. So yes, this case obviously passes the temp test. But let's update that BIOS. Let's all point and laugh at Lupe. His BIOS version was from 2022 when we bought the computer. And now we're updating it to 3 years later. This video is supposed to be a, build video, but it turned into this whole thing. It's aggravating. And here you have it, folks. This is the HYTE X50. A very nice case. This is the first time I have been excited about building a computer in a very long time. How about that, Lupe?
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yes.
I think you agree.
Yes.
Shout out to HYTE again for sending us this. This is very, very kind of them. This is sick. There's so much potential. I'm somebody that loves customizing things. I love options, and I love feeling like I'm in control even though I'm not. And being able to just swap whatever I want on these things, of course, we had to get 2 of them, right? Regardless, his and hers. This is such a cool option, and they have so many different colors you can work with. I love it, man, and I'm very happy that we were able to help Lupe out and give new life into his PC because his hardware deserves way better than that old poor Cooler Master case. But the question now is, what accessories can we get for this thing to make it look even better? There's got to be other things we can use to make this thing really, really pop out with the theme that it's at. Let me know what you guys think about this. And you have a 12th gen Intel i5. I think 12th gen,
'cause people were
500K.
In the comments saying that we were like,
why didn't you get an i7?
Well, it cancels out because I was closer to the number.
You just made these rules up. It's whoever gets closest to the number.
Have you ever played Sorry before?
You're gonna be sorry in a minute. Yummy, yummy, yummy. See that? Yummy, yummy. Coming right next to me. There you go. Don't get too close to me, weirdo.
All right.
Don't touch me there. Stop! Now we are not going to repaste it. I just bit my tongue. So you get even more trim.
I have hooves for feet.
It's true. It's true. I've seen them with my own eyes. You can hear them clacking if you listen closely.
I'm a real centaur.
You play an instrument on this thing.
Yes.
You smell so good.
Banana scented cologne.
My cologne's poverty. Poverty scented. Subscribe for more tech tips.